Hello, my name is Julie and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 106. So it's been about a month since I've been on here to share with you all. I haven't got a whole lot done since my last video, but I wanted to just make time to chat with you all for a little while and show what I have been up to. I feel like every time that I take time away from YouTube, it is so hard to get back in the groove of making a video, so I apologize ahead of the time. I've already started this video like 5 times, so I'm going to try to power through and get through it this time. I'll just go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I have to share with you all is this doily right here that I put on a ring. I think that it turned out absolutely beautiful. I really wanted to use this yellow color that I had of crochet thread, and I wanted something that was easy that I didn't have to spend a lot of time on to finish, and this definitely scratched that itch of me wanting to try to crochet, even though I was having a hard time distracting Millie while I did it. But it does come out of this book right here. I absolutely love this book. I say it every time that I show it. It's one of my favorite doily books that I have. It is by Annie's Crochet, and it's 101 doilies. And in this book, I'm sure if you've been with me for a while, you're familiar, but just in case you're not, in this book, it has a lot of smaller doilies that you can make. But what I love about this is not only does it tell you the size roughly that it will be with crochet number 10 thread, but it also tells you the size and worsted weight too. So I think that's really awesome. And I really love the designs in this book too. I forgot what number it was. This was number 15 in that book, and I used a 3mm hook, and I used Curio number 3 thread in the color Canary. This ring is a 12-inch ring, so it's 12 inches in diameter, and I put 20 single crochets in between each part of the doily. And I will link anytime I show these doilies that I put on a metal macrame, I think it's a metal macrame ring is what it's called. I will link a tutorial. It's a very short tutorial. I don't think there's words, but I can't remember. It's been a long time that I found on YouTube for how to attach to a ring, because that is something that I get a lot of questions about, and it's very simple to do that. I should have probably put a little bit more single crochets on this, because you can still kind of see the ring, but I don't really care. I think that it's gorgeous. I really love the way that this yellow looks, and I can't wait to hang it on my wall back there. So that is my first project. And then my second project, I got this book right here, which is Amigurumi Gnomes by Mufficorn. I have done her gnome patterns before through Etsy, because she has an Etsy shop. And I've been wanting this book for a very long time. I've seen a lot of different people share this book. I don't know why I didn't get it, but the price dropped. I think it's only like $13 now on Amazon, or the last time I checked. And it's a Meteor book, so it's really good quality. Meteor Books is definitely one of my favorite publishers. I think that they make awesome crochet books, and they are a publisher that you can trust. I don't think I've ever found anything like any errors or anything in this book or in their books. But there are all of these different patterns in it. So you get like these big gnomes, and then you get these small ones right here that don't have, so like these have arms and these are just like a circle. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to make, but I really liked this little blue gnome right here, but I don't care for the body on these. I just don't like that. It looks like a Christmas ornament or something to me. I prefer them to have like arms and stuff. And the thing about Mufficorn's patterns is like for a beginner, I think this is a really good beginner book if you like making gnomes or you're interested in making a gnome, because she does have like crocheted beards, which I think that's simple for a beginner to do. I prefer to do what I did to this one when I show it to you, but I think that those are cute too, and it's good for a beginner that doesn't want to use something different for a beard. Also, her head and bodies are one piece. I'm thinking that you work from the hat down, but I could be wrong. I prefer, honestly, for the hats to be separate. I know that it's that's something weird, because like on my amigurumi that I make, I prefer their heads and their bodies to be one piece, but for some reason on my gnomes, I really want their hats to be separate. And yeah, so what I decided to do, like I said, is I made this little one right here, but I didn't like that body. So there is a designer on Etsy that I have made so many of her gnome patterns over the years, and it is Pamgnomes. She has changed her Etsy shop numerous times, and I really love her body shape. And there's also another designer that is free on, I done her, she had a, like a 12-month cow and she released a new gnome I think there's 2 of them actually. I think it's like two sisters. It's their website, The Passionate Crafter, I think. Anyway, I will have her link below too, because her gnome body is actually pretty good as well as like a free version. But it worked out perfectly for that hat. Now, as you can tell, I did change it. Let me see if I can find the big picture of it. There is the big picture. So what she does is she has like a big gnome and then a small gnome that goes with the big one. And obviously mine looks a lot different than hers, because I like the traditional gnome, the way a traditional gnome looks, or like this type of gnome, rather than that body style. So all I did is I used the body style from Pamgnomes or Pamgnomes, whatever her name is. I'll have her Etsy shop linked below. But I used her body style, but I left one row off because I looked at how like the biggest stitch count for the hat. I looked what the biggest stitch count was, and I wanted my hat to be a little bit bigger than my body. And so by taking off one increase row on this body, it made the hat fit perfect. And I really love how it turned out. I did change the top because I think it's just like a chain. You chain up and make like a loop at the top. And I really wanted a stem, so I just created my own. I can't even remember how I did it. It's been so long since I've made this. I can't remember. I think I just put like 5 or 6 in a magic ring, and then just kept going in straight single crochet rows until I thought it was long enough. And then I just made these like leaf things around the edges. And then I added these are supposed to be leaves. They kind of curl a little bit there. I did the arms from the big gnome, the arm and the hand right here from the big gnomes that's in this book. And then I also added one extra row of single crochet on the nose just to make it a little bit bigger, because I felt like it was a little small. And then I just used needle felting wool and needle felted a beard. Rebecca over at Yarn and Pajamas a long time ago made a tutorial for a Valentine gnome. I don't think it was a full tutorial. I can't remember, but she did show how to put on a gnome beard. So if I can find that video, I will have it linked below too, because that's how I learned how to do it, was all thanks to Rebecca. I used a 2.5 or 2.5 millimeter hook for this, and I used Shepye's Katona cotton. I don't have a whole lot of that yarn left, but I absolutely love it. I got it from Wool Warehouse, but I think that Lovecraft sells it too. It's just a beautiful cotton yarn. I absolutely love it. It is a 2-weight yarn. The skin color here is Shell, which is number 255. And then for the hat is the color Bluebell, number 173. And then I used light silver for the bottom or the base of the gnome, number 172. And caramel for the body, which is number 506. And then for the top of the hat there, I used forest green and number 412. And yeah, and then this felting wool, I got a big box of this from, no, I think I used the ones, I think I got this from Hobby Lobby, this color, but I also got some from Amazon that is really nice too, a long time ago. And it lasts for like a really long time. But the ones at Hobby Lobby, I think I got it on clearance one year, and it works really good. But yeah, there's my little gnome. I absolutely love him. I think that he is super cute. I like putting my own spin on that, since it looks totally different from the one in the book. I think that I will enjoy making more of these. I would love to try to make one of the bigger ones too, eventually, because I think that it would be fun to see the size difference, because I know it's going to be a little bit bigger than these, but I would like to actually follow her full pattern for her big ones, because they're really cute, and she's got like some for different seasons and stuff. Like there's Christmas and like Thanksgiving. This is a really cute book. I love it. I'll have to do a look inside of this soon. I know y'all have probably seen it quite a few times, but I really enjoy making the gnomes. I just hadn't made one in a really long time, but they're a lot of fun. I have a small collection. I gave a lot of them away, so yeah, I really enjoy making them. And then the last thing that I have to share with you all, because I think I said earlier I only did 3 projects in the past month, but I really have been wanting to make this project for a long time. A while ago, I can't remember if it was, I think it was last year, I did like a whip video where I went through like a lot of my old whips, and I used to be subscribed to Mary Maxim's Afghan kit. It's like their quarterly Afghan kit. And I had a blanket that I was making out of Premier Couture Home yarn. I think it's discontinued now, but it's like a really thick 6-weight yarn. And I decided that I wasn't going to finish that, but I still had like 2.5 skeins of that yarn left. And I had this idea of what I wanted to do with that yarn, and I just had not done it yet. And so I decided that I wanted to try it and see if it worked out, and it did. So what am I talking about? So I pulled out my Old Faithful here, my Quick and Easy crochet book, or it's more like a magazine book that I got a long time ago. I think this one came out in 2020. I got this book in 2020, and I've only made one pattern out of this, and it is my all-time favorite pattern. And if you've been with me for any amount of time, you'll know that it is the Tooterphant. I love the Big and Little Tooterphants by Lucy Collin. It is one of my all-time favorite patterns. I've made at least way over a dozen of these Tooterphants over the years, and I know that I will continue to make more and have like a whole little herd of them. But this is the small one, or the Little Tooterphant, and this is the Big Tooterphant. And I made the little one, but I made it with a 6-weight yarn. And like I said, this is this magazine or book or whatever is in UK terms, but Lucy Collin is also Lucy Ravenscar on Etsy. And I'm pretty sure I've been told before that her Etsy pattern is in US terms for the Tooterphant. And I will have it linked below. Now, for this Tooterphant, I used a 9mm hook, and I used Premier Couture Home in the color Frost, and I used 2 skeins of it, and they are about 245 yards a piece. I think the yarn called, the color of the yarn is called Frost, and I think the yarn called for a 10mm. But, and I know a lot of people for like a big yarn, they use like a 6, I think a 6, size 6 crochet hook. I don't know, but I couldn't do that. I tried to use a smaller hook and it was killing my hands. So I did use the 9mm just for comfort. He does have a little bit of holes, like you can see through the holes a little bit, but I don't think it's too bad. But he's huge, guys. He's huge. He looks a little crooked in the face. He's so big I can't even get him in camera. He looks a little crooked to me, like maybe one of his eyes is lower than the other, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, what's it called? Being judgmental on myself. But I really think that he is adorable. I wish that I could show you him better because he's just so big. Like, this thing is massive. But I love the color changing that you can see with this yarn. It was like, you know, like a gradual color change. I think that it was perfect. And like I said, as you can see, I should have went down probably to like a 7mm hook with this, but I just couldn't do it. Even working with the 9mm, my wrist, like I would have to take breaks. It took me 3 or 4 days to make this because I had to stop because it was hurting. I had to take a couple days like break in between because it made my wrist hurt so bad. Because I think I've only made one other thing out of bulky yarn. I'm looking at it. It's a dinosaur over there. I just don't like it, but I really wanted to use this yarn. And now these eyes I got from Amazon. They're like the clear eyes that you put the glitter back to. Yeah, it has like a glitter disc that goes on it. And these were the biggest eyes that I had. And I'm not even sure what size they are. They have to at least be close to 30mm, I would think. I'm not sure. But I wish his eyes were just a little bit bigger. I had 2 colors in this eye left. I had this gold and I had a blue. And I tried them both. And I did not like the blue. So I went with the gold. And in a true Tooterphant way, the ears, I can never get the ears to stand up straight. They always want to flop a little bit forward, but I just love this pattern so much. And here is one. This one, I think this is gosh, I can't remember. This is the Yarn Art Jeans. I can't remember if this is a 2-weight or a 3-weight yarn. I can't remember. I think it's a 2-weight. But there's the size difference. It's so funny. Oops, he's crooked. But yeah, there's the size difference on that. I think the hardest part of making this big one was sewing the legs on. It was so hard to like figure out like where to put them. And I still think they're a little bit crooked. But he does stand up really well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. I mean, I know I'm going to keep him. He'll probably just stay on this bed over here. But I love him so much. I'm so glad that I made a giant one, because I've been wanting to make a giant Tooterphant for like so long. Because I've made a 1 weight, a 2 weight, a 3 weight, a 4 weight, and now a 6 weight. So yeah, I really like it. And when I make this, she wants you to do the tail separate. But instead of doing the tail the way that she does, I take it through the trunk. Like, I leave a really long yarn tail when I fasten off the trunk, and I push it through with my needle, and so I got it all the way back and come out the tail end, and then use that yarn tail to make the tail. And so I think I chained, like, I slip stitched to my magic circle or my magic ring, and then I chain 11, I think, and then I slip stitch into the, like, the 5th chain right here and make a chain loop, and then I make more chain loops. So I have 4 chain loops here, so then I'd chain up 4 and then slip stitch again until I got as many chain loops as I wanted to make it look like hair, and then I slip stitch back down my chain and then slip stitch to my magic circle again and fasten off. And that works out great for me. I feel like that it keeps this, like, this is crooked in here because he's so big I couldn't get it straight through the middle, even though I have a really long darning needle. I'll have it linked below too, just in case. I don't have it in here, but it's like that long, I think, and it works great for these big amigurumis. But I feel like that it makes this secure because you make the trunk really long and then you push part of it on the inside so that it's hollow like that. And I love that part of the pattern. So the only thing you have to sew on is your ears and your legs. And I tried to pin these legs to sew them on for placement, and I couldn't get no pins to stay in. Like, I have corsage pins. They're like that long. I think they're like 2 inches or 3 inches or something like that long, and they wouldn't hold it. So anyway, here's my big Tooterphant. I hope that you enjoy seeing him. I think he's my first Tooterphant of the year, so I think that's pretty good to make a giant one for my first one of 2025. So that's the only thing that I have got done. I still need to put progress. I am a month behind, and I need to do this month on my birthstone cows from Litza over at Coco's Crochet and Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. I really want to get caught up with that. I also haven't done my doll dress or skirt or clothing for her 18-inch doll clothes cow Litza has from Coco's Crochet. So I really want to get caught up on those 2 cows that I'm trying to participate. I feel like I'm doing a really bad job because I haven't done any of the projects for 2 months. So hopefully I can get caught up on that and have that to share with you all next time. I also received some Happy Meal from Michelle over at Michelle's Makery. She's such a sweet woman. She's so kind and generous, and I just really want to share with you all what she sent me because I just love it. I love it all. And I knew that she was sending me something or a few things, but I didn't know about all of it. So I'm really excited to share these with you all. I'm not going to go really in depth with it because I may end up doing like videos for them later. I'm not sure. We'll see. But the first thing that she sent is something that I have been searching for so long. And I finally came to the conclusion because Michelle lives in New Zealand. And I finally came to the conclusion that this was probably only available in New Zealand or in Australia because I have not been able to find it. And I have reverse image searched. I have searched on eBay, on Google, just everywhere, trying to find this one pattern. And it's all because of Litza over at Coco's Crochet a long time ago. I think oh, I can't even remember. It's been a very long time, like quite a few months ago, maybe longer than that, that she shared a unfinished doily that she was making. I think she started it when she was young, and she had found it. It was like an old whip. And I absolutely fell in love with that doily that she showed. And I wanted to make it so bad. And I have been searching ever since for that pattern, and I could never find it. And then one day, Michelle made a video of some old pattern booklets that she found, and one of them was that doily. And she sent me this. And I absolutely love it so much. I can't wait to try to make this, because this is the one right here, and it is Russell Lee Crochet Designs crochet book number 120, and as you can see, the recommended price here is 50 cents. I know that it says that it was printed in Melbourne, I think is how you say that, Australia. But I never seen a copyright in this, so I'm not really sure how old it is, but I'm assuming for 50 cents for this, it's probably pretty old. But it's just, it's in perfect condition. Like, it's just crazy. But this is the one that Litza showed on her channel, and I just fell in love with it. I love the outside design there. I don't know if you can see that really well, but just the way that that design around the outside is, I just think that that is gorgeous. And I just really want to make this so bad. I've been wanting to make it ever since she showed that. And I just can't thank you enough, Michelle. Like, I will treasure this for like ever. Well, all of it. I will treasure it all. But I absolutely love having that so much. Like, it's just like something that I've been wanting for so long, and I want to try to make it with number 10 thread. I've never made an actual doily with number 10 thread. I always use number 3. I don't even know if I've used number 5. I know I've made some filet crochet, and I made a lot of bookmarks with number 10, so I'm not sure if my skills have improved enough to attempt one that big, because I just know that that would be huge, because I think it has like 39 rows, and so I think that it would be really, really big in number 3 thread. So we'll see, because I would like to make that like a long-term whip, like not, just work on it a little bit at a time since it's so big. This Crocheting Doilies, edited by Rita Weiss or Wes, by Dover Needlework series, and this was copyright in 1976, and it looks brand new. And there's some really pretty designs in here. There's doilies and filet. I think this is the one that has filet in it. I really like that one right there. I like the pinwheel design on that. And a lot of these are black and white. Yeah, here's a filet table runner. It's really pretty. But there's some really pretty ones in here. I'm wondering if Dover is the same. I think they're the same company that makes coloring books too. I'm pretty sure, because I have some Dover coloring books. But anyway, I really like this one too. I'm excited to try one of those in the future. And now this one right here, I think it has been reprinted. And because I've seen it on Amazon. So I think it's been re-released. So I think I can link this one. But this one was copyright in 1987. And it is this one right here, which is Old Fashioned Doilies to Crochet. And it is also edited by Rita Weiss or Wes. And it is another Dover Needlework series book. And I'm not sure about the newer version, but these are all like black and white pictures too. And there's some really pretty ones in here too. Like, look at that, where they have it on the back of a chair. I think they used to do that back in the day. But there's some really, really pretty ones. There's coasters and filet, and there's one, I can't remember if it's this one or that one, and it has the word bread on it, and it's really cute. I would like to make that one. It's like filet. So yeah, I've been looking at this one on Amazon for a while, and so I was excited to get it too. So there's that one. And then the next thing that she sent me, and she showed this a long time ago, I'm pretty sure, is from the Needlecraft Shop, and it's designed by Sandra Miller Maxfield and Fran Robust, and it's called Guinevere of Geneva, and it is a Barbie doll dress in number 10 crochet thread, and she is absolutely gorgeous. And there's the back of her. And this is like a pamphlet, like it opens up like this. Oh, I guess it doesn't. It opens up and then it's got pages on the inside. It uses number 10 bedspread cotton. 750 yards of bedspread cotton. That's crazy, ain't it? But I was wondering, somebody told me, who was it? I can't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned, because I don't have one that I can reach. There's one up there, but I can't reach it. But I have a 15-inch Fibercraft doll. Actually, I have a couple 15-inch Fibercraft dolls, but they have a Barbie doll shaped body. And I've always wanted to attempt to try these dresses in like a thicker weight, either thread or cotton or yarn, and see if they would fit something else other than a Barbie doll, because if you use a yarn or a thicker cotton, it would come out bigger. So I don't know, I might try that one day. But I love that. I love the texture in the dress, or the skirt part. It's just so pretty. Guinevere, isn't that from Arthur? Like Knights of the Round Table, Merlin? I think so. Anyway, I love this so much. And like I told Michelle, even if I have several Barbie doll dresses that are made with number 10 thread that I have been gifted over the years, and that I bought, and that I aspire to make one day. Like, I really want to. But every time I get one or have one, it's like a little piece of a puzzle piece to my collection, and just a dream that I have, that I want to one day make those. I would love to. So hopefully I will be able to do that one day. The next thing that she sent me, and I'm not sure, I think that maybe this was like an insert from a magazine. I'm really not sure, but it looks like an insert that came with maybe a Crochet Now magazine, and it is called the Ultimate Blanket Collection, and there are 25 patterns in here of different blankets. And there's some really, really pretty blankets in here. There's some very detailed ones, like this one right here. I absolutely love it. I wish that I liked crocheting or sewing squares together, but this one looks like a quilt. I just think that's so cool. It's got like triangle squares, and then like your traditional square, and they're just all sewed together to make that design. I think that's so awesome. I always admire quilts. I think that they are so beautiful. And then she also sent me 2 Crochet Now magazines. This one is issue, where is it saying? Issue 107. So Crochet Now issue 107, and it's got the Moomin right there. I'm not really sure. I think that might be popular in the UK. I'm not sure if that's like a cartoon or what, but I've seen them before, but I'm not really sure exactly what they are. And I absolutely love Crochet Now. It's like my favorite magazine, because if you're not from the US, or even if you are, that the only magazine that we have readily available, I think, I could be wrong, is Crochet World. And it's not that I don't love Crochet World, I really do, because they have really pretty doily patterns and blankets and stuff like that, but they don't have, they've started putting a few amigurumi in there, but they're not really my style. They're more very beginner friendly, and I like more detailed, well, not super detailed, but I like more, I just like a different style of amigurumi. And I love that they put designers, you know, in here, like Cassandra over at Craftably Ever After. Yeah. So anyway, the next one is Crochet Now issue 108. And there's some really beautiful patterns in this one too. I love that top right there. I've only made I've made one shirt like this. It looks a lot like that actually, a long time ago. And then I have one that's in the closet that still needs a sleeve. Maybe one day I'll finish it. And then it's got this adorable amigurumi. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's got a cute little cat in there, and this one's got a cute little bunny. That's super cute. And so yeah, there's some really cute patterns in here. I love having the physical. I have the digital copy from Pocketmags, the digital subscription to Crochet Now through Pocketmags, and I love looking at it every month, but I feel like that having a physical copy of magazines is so much more fun than digital versions. I just love having them in my hands. And then the last thing that she sent me was just awesome. I'm really happy to have it, and it is an issue of Simply Crochet, and it is issue 155, and it is a Christmas issue, I think, because it's got Christmas patterns in it. And Simply Crochet, I think, is another UK magazine, isn't it? And it has they give you a few I think like one or two amigurumi patterns, so it's more, I think it's more clothing and stuff, but it's still a really fun magazine as well. And I have seen this one in stores before, I think. But I've never seen the Crochet Now in stores in the US, even though I know that you can get it. I know Joanne used to carry it, obviously. They don't anymore, but I've never seen it in like Walmart or something. But I think that I've seen Simply Crochet in Walmart before, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the cool thing about this magazine, besides all the patterns in this part of the magazine, is that this is the one that came with the insert or the extra booklet. And this is the festive dolls from around the world. And if you are familiar with my channel, I'm sure there's no way you haven't heard of Cassandra over at Craftably Ever After. And every month she is making one of these dolls. And so it's really fun to have this. I absolutely love seeing her create these dolls. And the one that I would really like to make is this one right here. She's probably my favorite. I just really love her. I absolutely love them all. I think they're all really super cute, but there's just something about her. I think that she's so cute. I think she's the Sweden doll. But there's a bunch of, I think they're all based on, you know, festivals or like holidays or things that they celebrate in different countries. And so there's a doll based on everything and every one. And I think that they all have the same body, just different accessories. So, this is really fun to have, and I can't wait to try out one of them. I think that she might be one that I make, but I don't know. I could end up making one of the other ones because they're all really, really cute. So yeah, that is all of the Happy Mail that Michelle over at Michelle's Makery sent me, and I just want to say thank you so much, Michelle. You're just so kind and so generous, and I love it all. And every time that I look at it, I'll think of you, and I can't wait to try out some of these projects. And yeah, so that's all I have to like show you, or you know, really talk about. Life, a little life update. I would like to say that I've been super busy, but I really haven't. I just have been doing other things, other hobbies that I enjoy, like reading and playing video games, things other than crochet. But the girls' school is winding down. The girls had their prom at the end of April, and they had a lot of fun, and they were both so beautiful. And Caitlin graduates high school in 2 weeks, the end of May, the 24th or something like that. I can't remember the exact day, but she graduates high school, and I just cannot believe it. Like, it hurts my heart so bad, even though she's not going anywhere. She's going to be here. It's just it's sad to see this chapter of her life end, and I feel like that it just makes you as a parent realize that, hey, they're not little kids anymore, and it's just bittersweet, very bittersweet. So we're definitely prepping for that. And yeah, I have some art that Caitlin got back from school. So I'd like to share that, but maybe not in this video. I'd like to wait until I got Shaylee's back. Some of their art I'm not going to be able to share on video because some of it is, it's really, I wish that I could because it's so good. Definitely worth seeing, but I feel like some of it is a little bit more graphic maybe, and I don't want anybody to get mad at me for sharing something like that. It's not bad, it's just kind of like they did like horror based drawings, kind of, so it's a little scary, but it's probably one of Caitlin's best pieces that she did this year, and Shaylee too. They put a lot of time and a lot of effort into them, so I don't know. I may do like a disclaimer or something, or show it at the end. That way, if people don't want to see it, they don't have to. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. But anyway, yeah, Millie's doing great. She's getting big. Not really. She's still small, but she's growing a lot. Her and Lucy are a #1 best buds. I will pop in a picture if I remember of what they looked like right before I come in here. It looked like Lucy was holding her. But yeah, she's growing like a weed, and she's getting better about not eating my yarn, even though she did grab that Tooterphant leg and drag it all the way down the basement steps. So, connected to the yarn too, by the way. So, yeah, she does take off with your stuff if you're not looking, and you walk away from it. But other than that, yeah, she's doing really good. We're just still working on training her, and hoping that she calms down a little bit because she's still a little crazy. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. And yeah, I guess I'll let you all go. I hope that you all are doing well. And until next time, guys, I will see you in another video. Bye.